China.
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो।
Today mostly believe in relishing life and self indulgence. While it is natural to not think of any kind of mishap when you are young, but it is definitely prudent to prepare yourself in case of any adversity. Life's significant moments usually require a promise. Promise to love, cherish,
World is looking at how best to streamline compliances, and most often big scandals and big things have come out for want of compliance, for want of
में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं। ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यम वद धर्मं चर, सत्यम वद धर्मं चर,
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर।
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यम वद धर्मं चर, सत्यम वद धर्मं चर,
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर।
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीयात हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो, जाना शिखर तक है हमें, सच की कलाई थाम कर हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे, गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम वद
धर्मं चर
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं, ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो, जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीयात हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो, जाना शिखर तक है हमें, सच की कलाई थाम कर हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे, गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम वद
धर्मं चर
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं, ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो, जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीयात हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो, जाना शिखर तक है हमें, सच की कलाई थाम कर हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे, गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
पर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं, ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीय हाथ हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो। जाना शिखर तक है हमें, सच की कलाई थाम कर हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं। ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीय हाथ हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो। जाना शिखर तक है हमें, सच की कलाई थाम कर हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं। ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीय हाथ हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो। जाना शिखर तक है हमें, सच की कलाई थाम कर हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यं वद
धर्मं चर
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं। ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यं वद
धर्मं चर
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यं वद
धर्मं चर
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीय हाथ हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो। जाना शिखर तक है हमें सच की तलाई थाम कर, हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यं वद
धर्मं चर
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं। ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यं वद
धर्मं चर
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यं वद
धर्मं चर
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीय हाथ हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो। जाना शिखर तक है हमें सच की तलाई थाम कर, हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यं वद
धर्मं चर
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं। ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यं वद
धर्मं चर
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते। आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीय हाथ हो। उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो हर ओर अपना साथ हो। जाना शिखर तक है हमें सच की कलाई थाम कर। हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी। कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं। ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो। राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते। आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सत्यं वद धर्मं चर
सत्यम पद
धर्मं चर
4th ICSI International Conference. We have our chief guest here now, and we'll just be starting shortly. I'd just like to inform you that we are having a session for all of our members at 5 o'clock today after the session. This session is basically to talk about the opportunities for CS professionals in Australia. So just be there and attend the session. It's a great networking opportunity as well. Okay, I'm just officially starting now. Good morning to all of you, distinguished guests, members of the Institute, professional colleagues present here, and the ones attending the conference virtually. Welcome to the ICSI 4th International Conference 2025 in Sydney, Australia. My name is Priyanka Padale, and I'm one of the committee members of the ICSI Overseas Centre, Australia. It is my honor and absolute privilege to invite our chief guest, Dr. S. Janaki Raman, Consul General of India in Sydney, Australia. I request CS Dhananjay Shukla, President ICSI, CS Manish Gupta, Council Member and former President of ICSI, CS Ashish Mohan, Secretary ICSI, and CS Jogendra Sharma, Chairman of IOCA, to kindly escort our guests into the dais. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as an institution established to regulate and develop the company secretary profession, ICSI has always believed in inculcating the core values of ethics and integrity in all its stakeholders. Our motto, Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara, which means speak the truth and abide by the law, inspires us to tread this path. May I please request you all to kindly stand up for the ICSI motto song. Before we begin, let's take a moment to honor Australia and India. Please rise also for the national anthems.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and wealth but toil, our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage across Australia bear. In time of strength, let us sing across Australia bear.
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं। ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर,
सत्यम वद
धर्मं चर। कंपनी सचिव
कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर,
सत्यम वद
धर्मं चर।
हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीय हाथ हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो। जाना शिखर तक है हमें सच की कलाई थाम कर, हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे गीत ये गाते हुए।
सत्यं वद धर्मं चर, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर,
सत्यम वद
धर्मं चर।
Wow, that feels great. I now request C.S. Dhananjay Shukla, President ICSI, to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. S. Janaki Raman, Consul General of India in Sydney, Australia, with the ICSI planter and memento. As you are aware, this two-day conference is centered around the theme, Embracing Innovation, Enhancing Good Governance. The program will delve into key areas shaping the future of governance. On that note, I would now request C.S. Joginder Sharma, Chairman IOCA, to give his welcome address.
Morning all. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet here today, the Gadigal people of the Eiro Nation. I pay my respects to their elders, past and present, and extend that respect to all the original and Torres Strait Islanders. May we walk together in spirit of a reconciliation and shared progress. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, members of the Institute, professional colleagues present here, and the ones attending the conference virtually. It is both a privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to this esteemed gathering, convened to explore the critical intersection of governance and innovation, two pillars that increasingly define the resilience and relevance of institutions in our time. The theme of this conference, embracing innovation, enhancing good governance, could not be more timely. As we navigate an era marked by rapid technological advancement, shifting societal expectations, and complex regulatory landscapes, the imperative to innovate responsibly and govern effectively has never been more pronounced. Innovation, in its many forms, from digital transformation and artificial intelligence to new models of service delivery, offers unprecedented opportunities to improve outcomes, increase transparency, and foster inclusivity. Yet, without the guiding principles of good governance, accountability, integrity, and ethical stewardship, such innovation risks becoming fragmented, inequitable, or even counterproductive. Our objective today is not merely to discuss innovation and governance in isolation, but to explore how they can be harmonized, to build systems that are both agile and principled, systems that serve the public interest, adapt to change, and uphold trust. This sentiment resonates deeply with our purpose today. Innovation, when guided by the principles of transparency, accountability, and ethical leadership, becomes a powerful tool for inclusive progress and institutional resilience. Throughout the day, we will engage with thought leaders and practitioners who are pioneering new approaches to governance, leveraging digital technologies, data-driven insights, collaborative models to enhance compliance, responsiveness, and public trust. This conference is not only a forum of knowledge exchange, but a call to action. It invites us to reimagine governance frameworks that are adaptive yet principled, and to foster cultures where innovation is not constrained by regulation, but elevated by it. I encourage each of you today to contribute actively to the discussions, challenge prevailing assumptions, and share your experiences. Let us work together to build systems and policies that are not only fit for purpose today, but resilient and equitable for the future as well. In closing, I extend my gratitude to all participants, speakers, organizers for your commitment to this important dialogue. May the conversations we begin today inspire meaningful change, enduring partnerships, and a renewed dedication to excellence in both innovation and governance. Thank you, and I wish you all a productive and enriching conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CS Joginder Sharma, for setting the tone of this conference. I now request CS Manish Gupta, Council Member and former President of the ICSI, to kindly introduce the theme of this conference.
Thank you. Dr. S. Janki Raman, Consul General of India in Sydney, Australia, President ICSI, CS Dhananjay Shukla, Ashish Mohan, Secretary ICSI, my good friend Joginder, Chairman of Australian Overseas Centre of ICSI, all delegates who are present physically in this hall at Sydney, and all those who have connected through the virtual mode way back in India. Good morning to everyone. At the outset, I welcome you all to the 4th edition of the Overseas Conferences being organized by ICSI. Let me share the journey up to this time, because we all had started in the year 2022 when then Council had decided to organize those overseas conferences for not only for our members, but also for the institutions, governance institutions which are there in those countries, to build, to strengthen the relationship between India and those countries, governance institutions, and give a platform to each and every member who are residing in those countries, as well as to the members who are looking to migrate, to relocate themselves to those countries. With those intent, we have started this journey in the year 2022. It was, first edition was at Dubai, UAE. Then we had our second edition at London, UK. Third edition was last year in Singapore. And today we are at the inaugural ceremony of the fourth edition. Fifth, you all have to decide. We will be moving towards US or Canada, because up to this time we have covered 4 our overseas center out of 6. 2 left are US and Canada, so we'll be planning to have next conference at either at US or Canada or any other place where we would be looking to have our overseas center in the days to come. So this is the small journey which we had took up to this time, and I'm very much sure that with your support, with your collective efforts, we'll be moving towards many other countries in the days to come. Friends, these kinds of seminars, conferences always help not only the members who are residing in India, but also the members residing at the country in which those conferences are being organized, with a small intent that networking has to be there. No other alternate for those things. But yes, someone can look for the opportunities to be grabbed. Someone can come and discuss whether they would be able to migrate to these countries. For that purpose only, we'll be having a special session at around 5 p.m. today, Australian time, and wherein the Australian team would be there to answer all your queries. If you have any queries, how to migrate, how to grab those opportunities, what would be the roadmap if you are really willing to have something in Australia. So those answers can be, questions can be raised to the Australian team. And I'm sure Joginder and his team would be able to answer each and every question at around 5 p.m. today. We will side by side have our tea, and those open house with the Australian team would continue. As far as this conference is concerned, this is scheduled for 3 days, and you all have gone through the curriculum or the plan which are there. Apart from the discussion, we also have a study tour this time, and that would be with the Wollongong University, and we'll be visiting the campus of Wollongong University on 5th. And as you know that everything has to start at time, so we'll be moving towards the campus of Wollongong University at around 8 a.m. in the morning. So that has to be taken care of by you, that you all should be ready by that time. Apart from this, 2 days, today and tomorrow, we have planned in a very strategic way, wherein you all can discuss about the theme, about the sub-themes, wherein the AI would be merged with governance, and how the innovations, the technology can help, can provide the better results, can bring the participation of the larger stakeholders, would be discussed at the larger, in detail. And we have invited the experts who are good and who are dealing with those situations in the corporate world. They would be coming and sharing their rich experience with every one of us. So my humble request to you, be participated, be in a discussion mode, so that maximum output can be come from these discussions which are scheduled for today and tomorrow. Apart from this, I had an opportunity to meet our Consulate General in Australia 2 days back, and we were discussing about the scope and the opportunities which could be available for the company secretaries. And he only suggested a very good thing for the company secretaries. He is ready to provide all the support for opening up of a facilitation center for inbound outbound investment from Australia and from India. And our company secretaries would be playing a very vital role in this. And today only we'll be releasing one email ID wherein anyone and everyone can approach ICSI, and we will be providing all the due support, not only to the investor, not only to the corporates, but also to the professionals who would be looking to set up their businesses in India as well as in Australia, from India to Australia. So that would be facilitated today with the hands of our chief guest. So apart from this, I would also like to invite you all to the Kochi conference, which is scheduled for 31st of October, 1st and 2nd November. 31st, starting from 31st of October to 2nd of November. That would be our national event, wherein more than 1,200 participants, 1,500 participants will be physically joining. That is, again, at the exotic location, and you all will have an excellent networking opportunities. So my humble request to come and participate in large numbers at the Kochi event. And these 2-3 days are going to be a fun-filled learning activities for everyone. So be participative, be in a discussion mode, and for any help and assistance, our team is here to help you out. With that note, I conclude my remarks and wishing you a pleasant stay here in Sydney, Australia. And those who are connected through a virtual mode, be there with us. There are a lot more learning sessions which are going to happen in these 2 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request CS Dhananjay Shukla, President, the ICSI, to kindly give his presidential address.
Thank you, Yoginder ji and Manish, for setting out the tone of the conference. Good morning. Good morning. Vaktutunda Mahakaya, Suryakoti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Back in India, we are rejoicing in the week-long celebrations of Ganesh Chaturthi or Ganesh Utsav. In the same spirit, I bow before the God and seek His blessings as we begin with yet another wondrous edition of the ICSI International Conference. At the outset, it's my proud privilege to welcome our chief guest, Dr. S. Janki Ramanji, Consul General of India in Sydney, Australia, all the distinguished guests, eminent personalities, professional colleagues who have come here in the Australia, Sydney, different cities of the world, our governance professionals hailing from this great nation of Australia and the amazing city, Sydney. My council colleague and former President ICSI, CS Manish Gupta, CS Ashish Mohanji, Secretary ICSI, Ms. Preeti Kaushik Banerjee, Joint Secretary International Affairs, and the lady behind this meticulous conference. Our flag bearers in this land, CS Joginder Sharma, Chairman ICSI Overseas Centre Australia, INC, and his entire team. Our knowledge partners, the Australia-India Chamber of Commerce and Service Export Promotion Council, and our fellow members joining us here all the way from India, all the delegates who have joined this conference through the virtual mode. I welcome you all in this the 4th edition of ICSI International Conference. मैं यहाँ ऑस्ट्रेलिया की उर्वर भूमि सिडनी में आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन और स्वागत करता हूँ. As we host the 4th edition of this conference in the magnanimous city of Sydney, in the heart of Australia, I am naturally inclined to draw comparisons, find similarities and distinctions. The very first point where we find commonality is that both Australia and India have a history dating back to tens and thousands of years. We carry with us not just shared colonialism, but stories of greed, of passion, and more importantly, dedicated action. And then there is the similarity of having many of our most beautiful places on the World Heritage List. The Sydney Opera House and the Taj Mahal, along with many others, find their presence on the same page. Now coming to the part of distinction. The beginning of the month of September, as I am told, marks the onset of a spring in the Australian nation. Falling in the southern hemisphere, one of the core distinguishing factors for this country and this continent is its variation of weather from all other countries and continents falling on the northern side of the globe. Back in India, a month from now, we will be gearing up for our winters, but despite all the differences of seasons, of weather, of lifestyle, and living, the context of governance, its significance remains the same. So even when we cross the equator, we are ready to raise deliberations on the topics which concern us uniformly and globally. Governance, ESG, sustainability, risk management, and preparedness, the financial investment and intricacies, data protection, cyber security, the looming benefits and challenges of artificial intelligence, and many more. The Institute of Company Secretaries of India, keeping in sight its vision to be a global leader in promoting good corporate governance, has firmly believed and imbibed the thought of ideology of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We don't only believe that the whole world is our family, but we treat it as such and express it in our actions. The 6 overseas centers which ICSI have in different countries and continents, UAE, USA, UK, Canada, Singapore and Australia, these are a portrayal of our global commitment. The annual deliberations held in various cities, countries and continents is our way of strengthening governance one destination at a time. And as Manish rightly pointed out that this is the 4th edition of our international conference. Next year we are planning for Canada or US. But what truly brings us to Sydney, to Australia, is the ever-growing economic, social and educational ties. The Australia-India trade, investment and economic relationship is growing faster than ever. I must say with leaps and bounds. The economies of these countries are highly complementary. Australia has the raw commodities and resources as well as the skills and technology that India needs. While India's science, technology, engineering and mathematics, which we fondly call in India STEM, graduates offer a source of talent and innovation for Australian companies. Both nations are collaborating to advance renewable energy technologies, create new economic opportunities and reduce global emissions. And this, my dear friends, is just a brief overview. The two nations are the perfect synonym of synergy. Coming to the theme of year's conference, Manish has already deliberated nicely, embracing innovation, enhancing good governance. Steve Jobs once said, and I quote, "Innovation is the ability to see changes as an opportunity, not a threat," unquote. Currently, good governance is regarded as one of the pillars for achieving the sustainable development goals. And with the advent of digital transformation, each and every corporate operation, function and activity is being seen through the lens of artificial intelligence. But from where I see it, innovation and governance are concepts which are intertwined. On one hand, we are deliberating upon inculcating AI and digital innovation in governance practices and procedures. On the other hand, there is the underlying thought of the risks that may arise from the extreme involvement of AI in operations. It is at this juncture that a need arises for the creation of a framework which embraces innovation and the governance factor is enhanced and not compromised. During the course of these 3 days with 9 sessions, the aim for us is to explore, deliberate, ponder, and if possible, derive practical takeaways on some of the most pressing topics of our time. Even though each topic of the discussion to follow may seem complete in isolation, by the end of these 3 days, you will be relapsing that these seemingly unrelated aspects find their culmination, their completion in our one perennial goal, good governance. The present moment and the ones that lie ahead, these times are soliciting change, and whether we may like it or not, these moments shall require a lot of preparedness on our part to survive, to thrive, to prosper, and to serve our nations better. And I would be leaving you all with this wonderful statement of Jack Welch: change before you have to. Our own father of the nation, Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi, he also said, be the change you wish to see in the world. And we are also changing at the ICSI. In the recently held council meeting on 25th of August, we have constituted a committee, namely ICSI Ascent. It's a strategy committee which is going to look into that, how we stand today and where we want to go. And fortunately, we are releasing that flyer here today. and we have named it ICSI Ascent. We will carry out the deeply SWOT analysis of our strengths, opportunities, and threats, and how to unlock the future potential of the CS profession in days to come. As rightly mentioned by Manish, as motivated by our Consul General, we are going to launch another flyer here today, ICSI India, Australia ICSI Facilitation Center. That center will provide impetus to foster the bonding between India and Australia, and our professionals in India and governance professional in Australia will complement and supplement each other in promoting the inbound and outbound investment. So once again, a very warm welcome to all of you and heartfelt gratitude for joining us here and making this conference and its agenda a grand success. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, not just for your words, but also for bringing this insightful conference to this beautiful city of Sydney. In its endeavor to recognize companies that integrate ESG principles into their business practices, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India instituted the ICSI Business Responsibility and Sustainability Awards in 2022. Based on analysis of participating companies in these awards, the Institute developed a comprehensive publication titled Handbook on Business Responsibility and Sustainability. This publication serves as a compilation of the legislative and regulatory journey on environmental, social, and governance fronts covering developments across multiple jurisdictions. It features observed practices among shortlisted companies applying for the BRS awards, providing valuable insights into ESG implementation strategies across diverse regulatory environments. Building upon this successful initiative, the Institute is today releasing the third edition, Handbook on Business Responsibility and Sustainability 3.0. I request the Chief Guest to kindly release the publication. We have yet another announcement. ICSI facilitates Australian entities for setting up business in India. And now we can have a soft launch virtually done. For any queries or assistance, you can write to overseas@icsi.edu. I'd also like to announce that the Institute is proud to announce the launch of its new initiative, ICSI Ascent. ICSI Ascent shall mark the coming together some of the most brilliant minds from across the nation, leaders from within and beyond the profession to chalk the way forward. It is now my privilege to invite our esteemed chief guest, Dr. S. Janaki Raman, to address this august gathering. We are truly honored to have your presence here today.
Thank you, Program Director. I think you will have an intensive program for next 2 days. Congratulations and best wishes to ICSI for having this event happen in Sydney. Good morning, everyone. CS Dhananjay Shukla, President of the ICSI. CS Joginder Sharma, Chairman Overseas Center in Sydney. CS Manish Gupta, former ICSI President and Council Member. And CS Ashish Mogan, Secretary ICSI. And the person behind everything, Ms. Preeti Kaushik Banerjee, Joint Secretary ICSI Institute. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and also the delegates joining or participating virtually. Good morning to everyone. I think if you are from India, it's very good morning. I am delighted, to address this gathering of the 4th International Conference of the ICSI. I also take this opportunity to welcome all the delegates to Sydney, particularly the members and guests of ICSI to this great place. It is heartening that the 4th conference is held in Sydney, the largest city in Australia, signifying the importance and the partnership between these two countries. I'm sure the ICSI members would have put lots of thoughts into it to select Sydney for the 4th conference. Company secretaries, as you are, play a great and key role in the company, which in turn shape the relationship with the government, the country of its choice for their partnership. You are valuable professionals, ensuring excellence in governance. The theme of this conference, the 4th conference, is embracing innovation, and what else? Enhancing good governance. That is a very important aspect of everything. If you have a good governance, you have everything in place in the company. On one side, we have technology and innovation. On the other side is good governance. Both are interrelated or interconnected. Technology and innovation enable good governance. As professionals, of course I also include myself, but I am not a CS, we embrace the changing technologies. Sometimes it is a challenge. Nevertheless, embracing them all will only enhance good governance, both in the public as well as in private sectors. Liberalization and globalization pose challenges and opportunities as well. We overcome challenge and make it an opportunity. We live in an interdependent world where trust becomes core value in the partnership. Relations at leadership level, company to company and people to people lead to trust between them, which underpins our strategic partnership. It resonates deeply with the strategic partnership between our two great nations, India and Australia. We signed a comprehensive strategic partnership in 2020, progressing from cooperation to a strategic partnership and become comprehensive strategic partnership. It has been 5 years since then. It is growing very well. This growth isn't just about diplomacy. It's also about how we govern, collaborate, and build our trust. It reflects the values that underpin both our societies and the shared vision we hold for the future. Growth of partnership means growing trust. I am entrusting this. Thus, trust is very important in the partnership. How can we measure? Our trade has grown from merely less than $20 billion AUD around just before 2020 to $50 billion in the current year, 2024-25. Similarly, our investment bilaterally has grown from just less than $20 billion. Now we are at $50 billion of bilateral investment. We have partnership agreements for mobility, skills, scientific fields, minerals, etc. Also signed a free trade agreement with Australia in 2022, and then we are reaping the fruits of this agreement. That was the first country that India signed with a developed nation. Our economic engagement continues to expand, and high-level exchanges are more frequent than ever. In the last 3 years, there have been 20 times that our foreign ministers have met and visited each other's countries. Indian students choosing Australia for higher education, vibrant tourism between our nations, and a shared passion for sports. These are some of the examples of our growing partnership. It all came because of trust. These everyday interactions form the heartbeat of our partnership. Australian universities are opening campuses in India. Our shared commitment and mutual trust and respect are the values in our relationship. As its core lies governance that is effective, transparent, and ethical governance that builds our trust. And without trust, there can be no meaningful investment or sustainable growth. The India-Australia governance and investment ties stand as a testament to this enduring principle. Together, we can shape a more transparent, inclusive, and prosperous future. As we look ahead, there are several sub-themes being identified for this conference, very intensive, you will have no fun, offering a clear roadmap for the future of our governance. They remind us that governance today is not just about compliance, it's about anticipating change, embracing innovation, and leading with integrity. Australia's approach to corporate governance, which encourages flexibility while promoting transparency and accountability, offers valuable insights for evolving global standards. Australia's compliance of rules and regulations, as well as high standards of governance, are important to be highlighted in the conference. As a core job, preparing boards for the future means fostering agility and resilience with diversity, equity, and inclusion at the core of decision making. Equally important are the broader responsibility of modern corporations. Embracing the circular economy, the ESG principles, those are new. I think many companies in India are still evolving or preparing the document for this ESG. I'm sure the company secretariat or the institute would definitely help them to draft a very good ESG for India's growth and its future. In the digital realm, data privacy and cybersecurity are essential to build confidence in our economies. As generative AI reshapes industries, ethical governance must guide its development. There is also a session, I think, some speeches going to be on India's gift city, stands as a symbol of opportunity, where Australia's institutions have already established campuses, deepening our educational and financial ties, and opening new doors for collaboration. In this evolving landscape of global cooperation and innovation, the role of governance that the professionals becomes increasingly vital. I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations and compliments and commendations to the Institute. With its largest membership and students base of, I think, I'm told, about 78,000 members and about 250,000 students, the ICSI has firmly established itself as a core and inclusive, influential body on the government as well as public sector, as well as global corporate roadmap for the future. For over 5 decades, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India has stood as a sentinel of good governance in our nation. Established with a vision to be a global leader in promoting good governance, the ICSI has relentlessly pursued its mission to develop high-caliber professionals facilitating good governance across the world. It is persistently working towards advancing good governance practice across industries and borders. Of course, company secretaries are the guardians of corporate integrity. Your role as strategic advisor to boards, as trusted stewards of governance, and as the vital link between companies, regulators, and stakeholders, you help manage risk, uphold values, and guide organizations through complexity. The company secretaries have evolved into strategic contributor, shaping decision-making, culture, purpose across organizations, and building trusted partnership. Your unwavering commitment to doing what is right forms a strong backbone for economies. This proactive and evolving role is one of the key reasons why India is seen as a preferred and trusted investment destination. As we move into an era defined by innovation, sustainability, and global interdependence, your strategic role will be more important than ever. This conference is not just a milestone, it is a catalyst for a more prosperous and just future. It reminds us that governance is a shared responsibility and collaboration is our greatest strength. I believe that you all would engage actively in the discussions over the next 2 days to build a future defined by integrity, transparency, and sustainable growth, not just for India and Australia, but for the entire global community. And I also take this opportunity to thank the ICSI for accepting my suggestion to open a facilitation center, which can be virtual or maybe in person in Delhi or various other cities in India, would definitely help in bringing together more business into India, as well as for the Australian Indian companies to set up offices or open any subsidiary in both the places. I'm sure in future we'll get more traction on bilateral investments. Of course, the release of Ascend will definitely give insights on the future technologies, how we are going to cope up with the changing technologies, which is very faster than what you think. And also take this opportunity to tell you a few things that what the consulate is doing on promoting business. I've been here about 20 months in Sydney, in the foreign service about 23 years, across various continents and various countries, and I have attained some kind of level of understanding of how business runs. And as a consulate, will act as a facilitation center, of course not like the facilitation center that we recently announced, but as a physical body or a center, has been here since 1941, even before the independence, promoting trade and business since then. And we have started last year a business center at the consulate, which also acts as a concierge service for any people who want to do business. We also provide office space, which is about half the size of this hall. You can use this facility, it's free of cost. You can have meetings. You can have virtual contacts through our Webex connections. There are database available on the system. Of course, you have to be there to access the database, and then we facilitate, of course, to promote business, which was started last July. It's been a year now. Indian companies who visit Sydney can use that facility. You don't have to go and look for any space. As a company secretary, you think that any of your colleagues or anybody who want to have some meeting, I think that business center can be used. You can see on our website how to get into that, register there, and of course, the important thing here is that you get a space free of cost. And more importantly, as a concierge services, we also help in arranging meetings or any engagement with any of the companies in Sydney and Australia. Secondly, we also started a printed publication. It's called The New India. I see the New India poster already on the backdrop. It's been since June this year. We have issued about 6 issues every fortnightly. We are going to continue that publication not as a fortnightly, as a monthly from October. And that is sent by Australia Post to some of the key Australian companies by Australia Post. It's a physical copy. We do not intend to publish that as a digital one. If any of your company is interested to receive those in New India publication, it is only business related. There is no promotion, there is no advertisement on that. It is giving a glimpse of what is happening in that particular 2 weeks or 3 weeks of news collected, put together, and then it is published as a monthly or a fortnightly. And we also conduct seminars and business roundtables and of course various other business engagements. Last year we had done 5 roundtable discussions on thematic subjects ranging from net zero, advanced manufacturing, technology, skills, and those would be more relevant for the stakeholders from both the countries who wanting to discuss on various thematic subjects, especially on these CICA negotiations that is happening between Australia and India. I think 11 rounds have already crossed, and we are hoping that the CICA will be concluded this year. And these are some of the roundtable discussion outcomes who definitely help in understanding the kind of business that we should look at each other's opportunities, etc., etc. And finally, before that, the Consulate will also be hosting a 2-day business meeting on the 8th and 9th of October in Sydney. Day one will be at the St. Michael's Golf Club, and the second day at the KPMG building. Please look at our social media handles so that you will see more details on that. If any of your company MDs or CEOs or chairperson wanting to take part in that business meeting, day one, day two, please send your details to us so that we'll send the official invite, because it is an invite-only event and limited seats for that event. Continuing to that, we have a golf round for the business people, followed by a gala dinner and keynote speaking. The next day will be roundtable discussions or panel discussions, keynote addresses, etc., etc. So with this, once again, my heartfelt compliments to ICSI for holding this conference in Sydney, and the best wishes to each and every one, and thank you very much for this opportunity. So I don't want to take your papers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and valuable insights. I now request CS Ashish Mohan, Secretary ICSI, to kindly come and present the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. S. Janaki Raman, Consul General of India in Sydney, Australia. CS Dhananjay Shukla, President ICSI. CS Manish Gupta, Council Member and former President ICSI. Esteemed Council Members of ICSI who have joined virtually. CS Joginder Sharma, Chairman ICSI Overseas Centre, Australia. Distinguished guests, proud members and students, virtual delegates, Team ICSI. Good morning to all of you. It is with immense pride and deep gratitude that I stand before this distinguished assembly on the revered occasion of the ICSI 4th International Conference 2025 on the theme Embracing Innovation, Enhancing Good Governance. Ladies and gentlemen, as we embark on this journey of embracing innovation, our theme reminds us the enhancing good governance is the key to unlocking transparency, ethical stewardship, and resilient growth, the very foundations of sustainable progress and societal well-being. In a rapidly changing world, embracing innovation in governance is a necessity for maintaining sustained organizational assurance and driving forward a new era of progress. Let us carry forward the learnings of this conference to ensure that the governance is not only practiced but deeply ingrained, paving the way for a future that is inclusive, credible, and globally competitive. The members, first and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. S. Janaki Raman, Consul General of India, Sydney, Australia, for honoring this conference with his presence and sharing such motivational remarks. A big thanks to you, sir, for giving your time out of a demanding schedule to join us today and for adding immense value to our collective understanding of global governance and innovation. Thank you for your inspiring words and being part of this transformative dialogue. Sir, I would like to just mention here that we have done, as an institute, we have done a lot of work on ESG parameters, and we are coming out with third-party assurance as far as ESG is concerned, third-party assurance guidelines. We are working on, we have already released our stewardship codes for responsible investment globally with a globally reporting framework last year. Further working on the engagement toolkits as a sequence to it. We are this year taken on a mantle of having climate change governance principles also. We want a serious discussion to happen on the climate change governance into the boardrooms. So we are working on that also. So I thank you for your presence here this morning. Thank you very much. I'm also pleased to inform that we have the honor of being joined by Shri K. Rajaraman, Chairperson, IFSC tomorrow, who has kindly consented to grace the occasion as a special guest during the session on business opportunities in India, made in IFSC at Gift City. His presence will undoubtedly add immense value to the discussion and inspire our delegates. To our cohort of learned speakers who would be sharing the invaluable insights in our forthcoming sessions spanning the next 2 days. I thank all of you for lending your wisdom and adding the grandeur of the conference. With the growing emphasis on innovation and governance in both India and Australia, hosting this conference provides a valuable opportunity for meaningful dialogue among diverse stakeholders. It serves as a dynamic platform to foster cross-sectoral and cross-border partnership. I would also like to thank University of Wollongong for their generous support in arranging a study tour on 5th September 2025, an experience that promises to be enriching and memorable for all our delegates. Last but not the least, I would also like to thank the leadership, CS Dhananjay Shukla, President ICSI, CS Manish Gupta, Council member and former President ICSI, all the members of the Council, because their support has been invaluable for making this a memorable event. Thank you, sirs. I must also thank the knowledge partner here, Australia India Chamber of Commerce and the Services Export Promotion Council India. A special mention for a highly motivated and dedicated team in Australia and India. Our employees, your contribution, both seen and unseen, are the backbone of this conference and underscores the vibrant spirit that defines the ICSI. Thank you, all of you. I thank the ICSI Overseas Centre Australia and Team ICSI for working day in and day out to put this grand conference together. And finally, I would like to thank all the participants for being part of this memorable event. And a special thanks to all our members who are joining virtually. I have been told more than 1,000 members are joined virtually, and they have woke up early to be part of this event. And they are here not to watch India-Australia test match in Sydney, but they are here to watch knowledge sharing. Thank you, all of you. So let us carry forward this knowledge and inspiration and connection that we gain from this conference. May we continue to strive for excellence and uphold the value that bind us together. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the ICSI Overseas Centre Australia Committee members, CS Nirupama Ravindran, CS Harman Jot, Joint Secretary Ms. Preeti Kaushik, Deputy Director CS Sonu Lakani, and Mr. Sudhakar Chinta to come to the dais for a group photograph.